we are the first country to reopen. And have the socialists ever wanted us to reopen? No, of course not, because when the socialists take charge of your life, they never want to give it up. They objected to our opening in the summer. They wanted a lockdown in the winter. They have grudgingly come round to the fact that we are now able to reopen earlier than other comparable countries. This is the success of the Prime Minister. Now, that doesn't mean that every problem is removed, and everyone accepts that inflation is a problem, and of course monetary policy is the independent responsibility of the Bank of England, an independent responsibility given to them by one Mr. Gordon Brown, who I seem to remember was a socialist Chancellor of the Exchequer, who therefore delegated responsibility, the primary responsibility for inflation, to the Bank of England. As regards bills, the online safety bill, the government is looking carefully at the recommendations of the Joint Committee, which were extremely helpful, and I expect that bill will be being brought forward at the appropriate time, at the right time, when it's ready. You see, we like to do things at the proper pace. We like to put carts behind horses rather than in front of them as a general rule, rather than having carts and horses misaligned. And then we get to the socialists' desire for superglue, Mr. Speaker, because, do you know, they want sales of superglue to go up. They are the advertisers for superglue or araldite. They want people gluing themselves to motorways, to blocking up our major arteries, because they got their Labour peers, their socialist peers, in their fine ermine-trimmed robes, the socialist peers, to vote to obstruct the highways. That's what you get from socialism, Mr. Speaker. Control, interference, bossiness and failure. And with Conservatives you get a growing economy.